Chapter 1 Direction. So, direction is simply answering the question, what is my goal? You can't directly achieve something without identifying it. So, this chapter will be picking out how to define a goal so that we can create a system to achieve it. Now, we will be using myself as an example, and I've decided to write a book. Simple enough, right? Sadly, most don't even get this far, and we are about to take it a whole lot deeper to increase our chances of getting started and staying consistent with my goal. I call this the 5 W's of goal setting. They are the who, what, when, where, and why of your goal. You probably recognize this from English class, but I have found it incredibly useful in goal setting. So let's walk my goal through the system. Who is the goal for? This, of course, is me. What is the goal? In this case, it's writing a book. When, what time of day and week will I dedicate to my goal? I like to think of this as the how will I budget my goal? For this goal, I will write each weekday evening when I get home from work. Where? Where will the action of this goal be carried out? I will be at my computer desk. Why? Why must I complete this goal? Now, with the why, I'd push you to ask why 3 times deep. For example, why do I want to write a book? To spread life changing ideas. Why do I want to spread life changing ideas? To change the course of people's lives for the better. Why do I want to change the course of their lives? Because converting someone from lazy to productive has a positive effect on their families, their cities, and their country. So by spreading good ideas, I'm affecting the GDP and therefore the structure of the entire country. Now I know that's a bit heavy-handed, and you don't have to go that deep or ambitious, but the important thing is to use this to activate the irrational side of your brain. And that is what we are doing here, is leveraging the power of the brain, because when you know when and where the goal is to be carried out, it's easier for your brain to execute. And when you have a why that caters to both the rational and irrational side, it increases your chances even more of actually following through on the actions. So remember to always have the who, the what, the when, the where, and the why of your goals. Now, the final part of your direction is outlining what I call the action of your goal. Every goal can be reduced to an action. For getting buff or losing weight, the action would be working out. For writing a book, it would be to actually write. To increase sales as a salesman, it would be to make X number of sales calls. For a cook, it would be to actually cook certain dishes. If it's a complex goal, then it can always be reduced down to a time spent on that goal. So if my goal is to solve world hunger, then I would classify that action as a time frame to spend on that project. So the point is to have a chunk or group of actions that you know you need to execute on in order to achieve your goal. In my case, to write a book, my action would be simply writing. So we have the who, what, when, where, and why of my goal, and we have highlighted the action of my goal. So my goal, put in a sentence, would read, Chase's goal is to write a book by sitting down and writing each evening after work at his desk so that he can increase the value of people's lives. There you have it. Our direction is incredibly clear. Doesn't it feel so much more solid than the average goal? We know what we want and where we are going. Now, let's get into the good stuff.